Welcome to Steve and Justin Journey. No C3 with Steve. Today, for the second time, I'm interviewing Chris Van Vliet. So the first question is Chris Van Vliet is, how are you though? First.
Well, I'm doing great, and it's such a pleasure to be back on here, Stephen. It's great to see you. So, thank you so much for the invite. Always good to talk to a fellow Canadian.
So my first question was, where are you from? Wait, what? Where in Canada are you from?
I'm from Pickering. So I'm from not far from where you live. So just east of Toronto, Pickering. So you got Toronto, Scarborough, and then Pickering. That's where I'm from. And I lived there. Well, I lived in Canada till I was 26. And then I moved to America. And now I live in California.
Wow, you moved a lot.
I have moved a lot. I have moved many, many, many times. Hopefully I don't move too many more now.
So my first question was, what would your dream interview be that you haven't done yet, and why? Dead and alive? Both.
Well, I think the interview that I want to do more than any other interview is Vince McMahon. Because think about it. If it wasn't for Vince McMahon, you and I wouldn't be sitting here right now having this conversation. And what he's created with the WWF and the WWE is amazing. And I just want to talk to him like as a person, not as a wrestling promoter, but I want to talk to Vince McMahon, like find out like, what's his workout routine look like? Does Vince McMahon eat pizza? These are things I need to know the answer to. And
why do you need to know if he eats pizza?
Because who knows? Maybe he just eats healthy food all the time.
Of course everyone eats pizza. It's the best food in the world.
What's your favorite pizza?
Cheese. Don't like pepperoni or any mushroom or pineapple.
From where?
Anywhere. I like pizza everywhere. I just love pizza cheese.
I miss pizza so much.
It's in Toronto and I eat it all the time. Literally.
I know.
That's pretty much the only pizza I'll eat because we never order. My favorite pizza is gotta be Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Yes. Every time I go home, I make sure that I go to Swiss Chalet. I make sure I go to Tim Hortons, and I make sure I order a pizza from Pizza Pizza. Those are the three things, other than my family and friends, of course. Those are the three things I miss the most about Toronto.
We share pizza here. Just come to the Toronto. I'll meet you somewhere at a coffee shop or something. I'll buy a pizza and be like, yo, take a slice, man.
Sounds good. Pizza.
My favorite pizza would be Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
Stuffed crust with cheese. I love cheese.
Pizza Hut?
Cheese. No, I just love any pizza, but I've never tried Pizza Hut. I really want to try stuffed crust.
They are the original stuffed crust. You got to try that.
I really want to try it.
You eat it backwards. You know, you eat stuffed crust backwards. You eat the crust first.
No, I think I'll eat it forward.
No.
Save the best for last, man. Save the best for last.
That's true. That's a good point.
I would do this. Eat all the pizza, press left, put it in the box, and then it would just be crust. So it'll be like, So, like I was saying, stuffed crust with only cheese.
Okay. Stuffed crust only cheese.
Or it would be extra cheese on cheese pizza.
Okay. So you're a cheese guy. You like cheese. Yeah.
I have a little refrigerator of cheese. A weird combo that I made, well, my brother claimed that he made it, was cheese and ketchup.
Oh, that's interesting. Sure, I could see that. Okay. I'm going to have to give that a try later.
Really good.
Do you dip the cheese in the ketchup?
Yeah.
Man, you're onto something.
Put it on top because you'll get ketchup right over your hands.
This is good. Okay.
Yeah.
I like this.
So, can you guess mine? My dead and alive interviews. You picked Vince McMahon for your alive interview. Where's your dead interview?
Eddie Guerrero. I think it'd be so interesting to talk to Eddie Guerrero, who was a legend and was taken from us way too soon. And I'd love to just be able to talk to him and find out his favorite matches, find out just the way that his mind works. So Eddie Guerrero, Vince McMahon.
Can you guess mine? That's dead and alive?
I'm going to guess John Cena.
That's alive, yes.
Oh, okay. You're going to have to give me a hint.
Even though I'm going to meet John Cena, I still have to do it.
Yeah, you're going to make this happen. Okay, I need, give me a hint.
His name starts with an M.
An M. And he's a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Macho Man? Ooh, yeah.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Macho Man, yeah. Randy Savage, yeah.
So my second question was who would your dream match? What would your dream match be between two active wrestlers, and why?
Well, is The Rock still considered an active wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah, he isn't.
Sometimes.
Rock hasn't retired. Rock is not in the Hall of Fame. So Rock's my favorite wrestler of all time. So I'd like to see him in a match, but I don't think that'd be the most entertaining match. I want to see like Will Ospreay and AJ Styles. Like, how good would that match be? Will Ospreay, so good. AJ Styles, so good.
I don't really know who Will Ospreay is.
Okay, well, when we're done this interview, you look up a few Will Ospreay clips from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you're going to just prepare, Steven, to have your mind blown. He is so incredibly good.
Mine would be Channing Decker for Sammy Callahan in a barbed wire steel cage match with barbed wire surrounding the ring.
You trying to get someone killed? Woo.
Oh, trust me, if it's Channing Decker and Sammy Callahan, they will not die.
Oh, my goodness.
They won't.
Yeah, Sammy Callahan is a different breed. That man is crazy.
Oh, Shannon, trust me.
Okay.
I've seen a match where he fought Sabu. He jumped off a balcony.
Yeah, that's wild. Are you eating cheese right now? Is that cheese?
Popcorn.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I like it.
Don't eat the extra buttery.
Very nice.
You come to Toronto, come to my house, I'll make you 2 popcorn pieces. I'll give you one for the road. Here you go.
Sounds great to me.
Meet me at Greetown. It'll be a great show. I'll sit beside you.
Done. Sign me up.
It's only in Toronto.
If only we were allowed to go there now.
So, my third question was, who do you think Bianca Belair and Edge will pick for their WrestleMania fights?
Oh, wow. Got a lot of options here. I'm actually curious to hear who you think.
Fine, I'll tell mine first, and then you can tell yours.
Okay, let's hear it.
For Bianca Belair, it would be Sasha Banks.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that would be a great match.
I agree.
And for Edge, I think that Karrion Kross Pete Dunne will beat Finn Balor for the title.
Okay.
Then Karrion Kross will beat Pete Dunne for the title. Then Edge will come to NXT and fight him.
Really? I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre.
Maybe, but the reason why I didn't pick Drew McIntyre is Drew McIntyre is a newcomer. So I feel like that he needs to still step up and be the best superstar in entertainment right now because everyone loves him.
Yep.
Huh?
I think that Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair makes perfect sense. I'm with you 100% on that, and I agree with your reasoning for sure. I would love to see Edge have a match against someone in NXT. I think that'd be amazing. And Finn Balor, if he remains the champion, Finn Balor is so talented. So I'd love to see that. I just can't see them doing that at WrestleMania. I feel like they would go with one of the big titles. I'd like to see it. I just don't know if they're ready to do that yet.
Because I think that if Edge loses to Karrion Kross, Karrion Kross will step up and lose the title because he'll go to Raw and win and probably win the WWE Championship.
Yeah. I mean, it all makes sense.
I also have a picture with Finn Balor holding the Intercontinental belt.
Ah, so cool. Oh, that's awesome. He's great.
He really is. He's so nice.
Yeah, I love Finn Balor.
Yeah. My third question was, who are your top 5 legends? John Cena. Mine are John Cena, The Rock, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and Ultimate Warrior.
So mine would be like if I had a Mount Rushmore of wrestling, it's going to be Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. Then I'm doing 5 here.
Mhm.
So Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock. Those are my
Okay.
5.
Good.
You also got to remember, like I really became a super fan in the late 90s, the Attitude Era. So, we're paying homage to the older guys with Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, but then, those 3 guys, the Attitude Era wouldn't be what the Attitude Era was if it's not for Stone Cold and The Rock. And then The Undertaker is just an absolute legend.
Why I'm surprised? I'm surprised of me. I started 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I know almost every single wrestler. I know the
Wow.
old school guys and the
Mhm.
newcomers.
Wow.
I even know some that I knew Karen Cross before he was in WWE.
Killer Cross.
Karrion Cross. That's
Well,
what
he was
his old
Killer
name.
Cross before he was in WWE. That was his Impact name.
Mhm.
Yeah, I interviewed him when he was Killer Cross.
I told Mom when it was released, when it was like the picture was released, Karrion
Yeah.
Cross figure,
Yeah.
pre-order 3. I need 1 for backup, 1 to get signed, and 1 to play with.
Ah.
As I told you before this interview, my puppies chew everything.
Oh, geez. So did you get 3? You ordered 3?
Well, my mom said she'll wait and see if they come in, and she's telling everybody. Everybody that gets the big wrestler things,
Yeah.
like wrestling toys.
Yeah.
She told Mike Pepe. She told Robbie. She told everybody that gets all the good wrestlers to save 3 Karrion Crosses for me.
Yeah. Well, I hope you get them. I hope you get all 3.
Trust me. I have seen Scarlett after this.
Yeah.
So this question is, who are your top 5 female wrestlers of all time? Mine are Tessa Blanchard, Jody Threat, Mae Young, that started it all, Chyna, and Ruby Riott.
Those are all really good choices. So let's see. I'm going to go with Chyna because she was like the OG. She was the one who really like took female wrestling forward.
She was the first one to hold the actual Intercontinental belt.
That's right. She was the first woman in the Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Well, yeah, she was the first one to hold it. But not the only one, because I have a replica Intercontinental belt. Yep. And at SummerSlam, I met a lot of female wrestlers, so they all held it.
Ah, I see.
Maybe she's not the only one.
So I'm going to go Chyna, Natalya, because Natalya has just been doing it at the top, like the highest level for an incredibly long period of time. So Chyna and Natalya, and she's a fellow Canadian. How could you not love that? Tessa Blanchard, she made history when she was the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. That was amazing how she put that all together and had a great run there. So there's 3. Trish Stratus, fellow Torontonian. And so Trish Stratus, and my favorite, had such a crush on her growing up, Tori Wilson.
Who's that?
Oh, well, you need to look up Tori Wilson. She's probably she might even be better looking than Trish Stratus.
Okay, so I have a picture of Natalya too.
Oh, wow.
Where was that twice.
From? Wow.
It was at Road to WrestleMania in 2019. Backstage, I got my friend. I have a friend named, I call him Muffin Head because he has an afro. I call him Muffin Head. So, who is the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. His friends with Ruby Riott, she got me backstage tickets.
Oh, that's so cool.
In the middle of a match, they pulled us backstage.
What arena was it at?
Rico.
Nice. Rico Coliseum.
So I got a little bit upset because at that Road to WrestleMania, John Moxley was there. And John Moxley's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
And before he went to AEW, he was there.
Yeah.
But Ruby told me he was a little bit grumpy. So I couldn't meet him.
Well, I hope that you get a chance to meet him. He's not so bad. Maybe Dean Ambrose was grumpy. John Moxley maybe would be nicer.
I think so too, because I've seen pictures with him in fans.
I think he's a lot happier now.
He hates the WWE because they never got him a good shot.
That's right.
We also met Bailey. We also met Bailey when I met Natalia and Finn Balor. Yeah, she gave us headbands in the middle of her match when she was a tag team champion with Sasha.
Yeah.
Well, I was surprised because on the internet, I heard that she was one of the worst people to meet.
Really?
But she was actually one of the nicest people ever.
Oh.
But I get why they said that.
Huh.
And I don't blame Sasha for being very mean to them because it was fans waiting outside her hotel room.
Right.
That's wrong. You shouldn't do that.
No. Well,
in the middle, when Bailey was coming out, she was on the ropes. And sorry for interrupting you. You could say after.
No.
So she came out with the shirt. She usually throws it into the ring, the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Before when she was a tag champ. So she threw it into the crowd. Well, she didn't throw it into the crowd. She saw me and she tried to throw it. I didn't catch it because it was too far away.
Yeah.
She actually got off the ring, came to me, and gave it to me handed.
Wow.
Oh, trust me, it was a surprising moment.
Yeah, that's amazing.
She was one of the nicest people to meet. She was so nice.
Oh, I love hearing that.
And Tessa, we call her Auntie Tessa because I'm such a good friend with her.
Oh.
I'm the only kid that's on her Instagram.
Oh, wow. Really? Well, I hope she comes back. I hope we see her in the ring again soon.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that she goes to WWE, makes a figure of her. I get the figures, and she goes back to Impact. So I can see her.
Does she not have a figure in Impact? Oh, wow.
I don't think Impact makes figures anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. They used to, but yeah, I think you're right. Not anymore.
So my sixth question is, who are your top 5 wrestlers to watch not with WWE or AEW? Mine's are Channing Decker, obviously. He's hardcore.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Aiden Prince. Well, mine's are top 6 because I had to add 2 more because I couldn't choose.
Okay.
Red Death, aka Daniel Garcia.
Okay.
Kevin Blackwood, Tyson Dukes, and Joe Hendry because I walked out to the ring with Joe Hendry.
No way.
And I pinned Tyson Dukes.
He should have been at the top of your list. Come on.
Oh, no, trust me. I can't pick at the top. I just did them in all order. I just did random. I put them in I didn't even, my mom was writing it. She just put it down. She just put them down. As I said them.
Let me think. Top 5 they're not signed to WWE or AEW. That's a really good question that I haven't really ever thought about. So we mentioned Will Ospreay. I got to throw Will Ospreay in. He's so incredibly talented. You need to go check out his matches and you'll go, I can't believe a human body can even do that stuff. It's amazing.
Oh, trust me. I can. That's Channing Decker's match.
Okay.
He jumped on a balcony with a chair. I have a chair that's from one of his matches, covered in beadwork from both wrestlers. He is hardcore. Trust me. You would be like, whoa, he is as good as Will Ospreay or something. You said.
Well, you'll see. Well, he's not a hardcore wrestler.
He's like but he is hardcore.
Hmm.
Aiden does flippy stuff. He goes through tables. They're all awesome. They're all.
So I was also a really big ECW fan and I loved Kid Cash. So I'm going to put Kid Cash on that list, even though he was briefly in WWE. He's not signed there anymore. So I'm going to put Kid Cash on this list. Man, I got to think of 3 others. My goodness. I'm going to ask for help from the internet here. Top wrestlers.
From Tyson, this got given to me. The wrestling singlet that I pinned him in.
Okay. Here's an article. The top 10 wrestlers not signed to WWE or AEW. Okay. Oh, you know what? Flip Gordon. Huge Flip Gordon fan. You know
I don't
Flip
know who
Gordon
Flip Gordon
from
is.
Ring of Honor / New Japan?
I interviewed him.
You did?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, then great. So Flip Gordon, Will Ospreay, Kid Cash, PCO. I'm going to go with PCO.
I think I got to ruin it too. No. Oh no, I haven't.
And
Get mixed up. How many I have.
CM Punk.
He used to be with WWE, but I'm still collecting his figures. I only have one half a shelf of him.
Well, CM Punk's not signed to them anymore. So there we go. There's 5. That was not easy. Man, that took some real research there.
And mine's I did something for a kid. He was looking for wrestlers.
Yeah.
I've seen all of his wrestlers. He hasn't
Yeah.
done much. I think he just started collecting. It took a lot of gut. I gave him half of my wrestlers.
What? Half
7.
of them?
I gave him 7.
Wow.
Trust me, it was a gutting moment.
That's really generous of you.
But the wrestling community has done a lot for me, so I had to do something for the wrestling community.
Yeah, that's really generous of you.
My second question was, which award means the most to you and why?
Well, I've been really fortunate.
And how did you get it and why?
I've been really fortunate to win 4 Emmys, which, that's the pinnacle for what we do as a television host. So it meant a lot to me when I won my first Emmy. And the crazy thing is I won 2 Emmys that night. So I'd say my first Emmy was the one that meant the most to me. And I won it for hosting a TV show. So let me grab it here. Let me grab the, let's see. It was this one. There it is. This is it. This is my most prized possession. And I'm so proud to be a 4-time Emmy Award winner. And yeah, this is the one. And then I won my second Emmy for a wrestling story, actually. I did a sports story about a wrestler named Gregory Iron. He was at the time the only wrestler who wrestles despite being born with cerebral palsy. And he calls himself the handicap hero. And it was just so inspiring hearing his story of how he didn't let anything stand in his way because he had a goal of being a pro wrestler. And now he's achieving that.
I've met Gregory Iron.
Then there you know.
I love that wrestler. I love that wrestler.
This is the Gregory Iron Emmy. You know all about him. Let's see. There. Let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, the Gregory Iron story, an Iron Will. There it is. So yeah, so those are my 2 favorites right there.
Almost every wrestler I've interviewed, they were like nicer than ever.
Yeah, well, I'd hope so, right? We're just people.
I don't think one wrestler was as rude.
Who?
Rude. I don't think any wrestler that I've interviewed is rude. None.
Oh, good. Yeah. I don't understand how someone could be mean, especially to you.
Thank you. So, Randy Orton, you know who's a heel on TV now?
Yeah.
It's so hard to look at him as a heel for me. I met him. He actually let me take a picture of me and my brother RKO. We were like this.
That's so cool.
I think it's in the starting of my videos.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I love it.
He's like one of the most nicest guys I've met.
I love hearing that.
And I was like crying on the floor twice at SummerSlam.
Why?
All I wanted to do was meet 2 people.
Okay.
The most I wanted to meet 2 people.
Who?
Ricochet.
Yeah. Okay.
I got to meet him because I went to the front of the line because one of the people saw me and put me at the front of the line. And Black. Black's line was closed.
Aleister Black? Mm.
Mm-hmm.
His line was closed.
As I was crying, I didn't want to go there anymore. I didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
The line was closed. It was too many people and stuff. Then someone saw me, put me to the front of the line.
No way.
Speaking of wrestling meeting greets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but there's this thing, a wrestling event called Chinlock,
I don't know it.
where it's a great show. You get to
Okay.
see old school wrestlers half the time wrestle.
Oh, okay.
But last year was Billy Gunn, Tommy Dreamer, Mark Henry, but he didn't wrestle. He's a pretty good wrestler, but Hornswoggle was there. Oh, he was so funny. I started chanting because he was fighting RJ City.
Yeah.
You know him?
I know RJ. He's a friend of mine.
RJ City.
Yeah.
I was like, Swoggle's gonna kill you. Swoggle's gonna kill you. And he's like, with his hands. And the rest like, no. Because it was like a legend ref. I think he hosted Undertaker versus Jimmy Kadarius. That was the ref, I think. Then he took the gun and said, no. And he pretended to put the gun away. And he was like, with his other hand. And he's like, no. And then he's like, with the shotgun.
Oh, no.
He's like, no. And then what surprised me, when we went to Hamilton, because that's where the show was hosted, Kitchener, I mean.
Yeah.
Kitchener.
That's where I went. I went to university there.
Kingston, sorry.
Oh,
I was getting mixed up. Kingston, because I've been so everywhere. Kingston. So Kingston, I went there. We had to get a hotel because it was like, I think, was it a two-day event? No, we had to get a hotel because I think we got there the day before the wrestling event.
Mm-hmm.
Or the day before.
Yeah.
Well, my mind, because all the Hall of Famers were in my hotel, the biggest hotel in the city.
No way.
I saw them come in. I was looking out the window watching them come in. My mom loves Hornswoggle. It's like an all-time favorite.
Wow.
So I'm like, Hornswoggle's down there. She's like, what? So then I went downstairs when the wrestling event was being hosted.
Yeah.
Billy Gunn was talking to Tommy Dreamer in the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
I went downstairs. That was my face.
Yeah, two legends.
And Mark Henry tried to unwrestle me. I'm like, no, I don't want my arm broken.
Yeah, he's a very strong man.
And so I was going nuts. Before I went downstairs, though, I wore this t-shirt that my mom made, saying it said DX on the front, but at the back it was Tyson and Tarek. Liam was wearing Tarek, I was wearing Tyson. I was like, Tyson! Liam was like, Tarek! Tyson! Tarek! Always the pillars! Pillars all day, baby. Sadly,
I remember watching Tyson when I was a teenager. I remember watching Tyson wrestle.
I was a little bit upset. Chinlock made him look like a baby. No, seriously, it made me upset.
Oh no!
When he got hit by Billy Gunn, he ran to Tarek and hugged his hips. It made me upset. But it was all for charity, so I forgive him.
Good. Okay.
So when RJ was in the thing, I was like, Swoggle killed. What was it, after the match, or it was during? It was no. When he was being interviewed. Before the match, I was like, Swoggle's gonna kill you. Swoggle's gonna kill you. And we had this big fight. Like, Swoggle's gonna kill you. He's like, no, you're not. No, he's not. Swoggle's gonna kill you. And he actually got killed.
You called it. You predicted the future.
And was it on that night that I got my head bumped into that pole? No, it wasn't. So, yeah, it was like one of the best wrestling events in the whole history.
I love it. That's amazing.
And it's for charity. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So, 8th question. I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
8th question is, how did you get your custom belt? Your custom belt, yeah.
Well, here it is. Actually, I'll hold it up so we can all see it here. There we go. The Chris Van Vliet Show champion right here. It was a gift. It was a gift. Fan-Do belts made it. But I mean, this is the same weight, the same size, the same everything as, any other belt. So it was a gift. And I've had it now almost a year. This was a Christmas present last year. So yeah, I guess I've had it a year.
I went to a wrestling event and I had something custom made for me too.
No way.
I was the host of the wrestling event.
Yeah.
And I got an actual Imagine X figure.
Whoa.
Made of me.
Wow, that's so cool.
My mom's struggling to get it.
Okay.
She's tripping over everything. You stepped on the wrestlers. You almost stepped on the... This is it.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
The box is a little wrecked.
Wow.
I was general manager.
Look at you. That's amazing.
It's dusty. I never opened it.
Well, you shouldn't. That one should remain unopened. You don't need to play with that one.
No, I don't really play Imagine X. Yeah, so my 9th question was, what do you like about the most about your job and the least about your job?
What I like the most is that every single day is different. Every single day is different from the last one. And I always said that I want to have a job that I could look forward to going to every day. A job that I was excited to do in the morning, and a job that at the end of the day, I was proud to say that I did it and I'm proud of what I've accomplished. So that's my favorite part. I don't know if I have a least favorite part. I feel really, really fortunate to be able to cultivate like this job that I get to do every day. I guess my least favorite part is that I can't talk to everybody. There's a whole bunch of people that I want to talk to, and maybe it doesn't work out with scheduling. Maybe it doesn't work out with timing, but that's probably my least favorite part. I want to do this every single day, and then I can't because not everybody's available. So that's my least favorite part.
So that happens sometimes.
It's okay.
My 10th question was,
yeah,
why did you choose to be a reporter?
I was always really passionate about broadcasting. I remember being a little younger than you. I remember being 4 years old and pretending to be a radio host. So I always wanted to do it. And for me, I wanted to have a job that I enjoyed going to, like I just said. So I loved being a performer. I did the morning announcements at my school. I loved being a performer and being in front of people. And I wanted to be able to do something like that for a living. So being a TV host, being a reporter was exactly that. So I've been fortunate to be able to do this my entire career now.
So my 11th question, I have a lot of questions.
How many questions you got?
I think there's only one more after this.
Okay. A dirty dozen of questions. 12 of them.
Who is your hero and why?
Wow.
Your childhood hero.
My childhood hero?
And your hero now.
Okay, my childhood hero would be my dad.
No, I mean like a wrestler.
Well, okay.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. So we'll give you the real life one, and then we'll give you the wrestling one. My dad's my hero.
Okay.
And the fact that him and my mom are together, they've been married for 46 years. It's amazing. And
that's the longest relationship I've ever heard of.
47 years this October. So I'm so fortunate to be able to have them in my life, showing me this incredible example of love and partnership. My wrestling hero growing up was The Rock. And I loved The Rock so much that I dressed up as The Rock for Halloween one year. I would be walking around my high school asking people questions just so I could shout, "It doesn't matter what you think," at them, which was, I loved. Big, huge Rock fan. So Rock is number one for me. I've been fortunate to meet The Rock 9 times, and he's everything you want him to be. Speaking
of The Rock, you know that new movie came out with the big ape?
Yeah, Rampage.
So the people I know, I don't do this to people I don't know. That would be bad.
Okay.
I do this. The new movie, when at the end.
Yeah.
I always do that to people I know.
What was the name of that guy, that the gorilla that did that?
I think it was George.
George, that's it. It's George. Yeah. The silverback. Yeah.
I actually just read about a silverback. Ivan.
Oh,
The one
yeah.
in 11.
I would love to meet one in person.
Honestly, your mom and dad's relationship he has been inside almost as long as your mom and dad's relationship.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Because he's been inside for like 27 years.
Wow.
Ivan.
Yeah.
But he finally got released at the end of the book.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Good. And after that, we watched the whole movie.
Oh, good.
Now I don't know what we're doing for language because I haven't been on school for a couple of days.
But like I said at the start of this interview, you're my hero now. And you are such a warrior. And the fact that, what you do in one day is more than what most people do in an entire lifetime. So thank you for inspiring everyone by just being who you are every single day.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
My last and final question.
All right, bring it.
It's really important because my dad and my friend have a debate.
Okay.
Who is the GOAT? Bret Hart or Chris Jericho? And why?
I would have to say the greatest of all time.
No, not the greatest, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Oh, I didn't know what it meant.
The GOAT and those are my only two options, those two? Well, between those two, I'm going to go with Chris Jericho because of longevity. And Chris Jericho's in his 50s now and is still competing with people that are half his age. Bret Hart was the GOAT at the time. Nobody is a better technical wrestler in the ring. Nobody's a better performer than Bret Hart in the ring. But wrestling, as you know, is so much more than that. Wrestling's about character. Wrestling's about promos. Wrestling's about matches as well. And when you put all of that together and you look at everything Chris Jericho's accomplished over his 30-year career, he's reinvented himself every handful of years. He's won every championship. He carried AEW to be where AEW is now. It is hard to argue against Chris Jericho, who, if he had retired 5 years ago, still would have been the GOAT. And here he is now. He's still at the top of his game, performing better than he's ever performed before.
See, I know you said Chris Jericho was one of the best, but in my opinion, one of the best would be AJ Styles. He's won every single world championship in every single community except for AEW.
Yeah, AJ Styles was my favorite in TNA. I was a huge AJ Styles fan from like 2006 to 2009, 10. Huge fan. Sorry
for looking away. I'm just counting how many AJ Styles figures I have.
The only thing is AJ Styles can't cut a promo like Chris Jericho
or
The Rock. And that was the only thing that was really holding him back.
Okay, I tested this on my dad. See if you know. Who has the best promos?
Of all time? Of all time.
It doesn't even need to be a wrestler.
I think it's I'm going to give you three, okay? The Rock, Ric Flair, and Paul Heyman.
I think it would be Hulk Hogan besides.
Hulk Hogan, okay.
Besides Paul Heyman. But I tested this on my dad.
Okay.
But I think, it's your opinion. So he picked The Rock. I was like, what? I do promos too.
I think that, Hulk Hogan's great. Hulk Hogan is the reason that wrestling became as big as it did. Let me tell you something, brother. Like, his promos are great.
What should I do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
Oh, so good, right? The largest arms in the world, dude.
So I'm gonna say, bye guys. This is my interview with Chris Van Vliet.
That's me.
Make sure to follow him subscribe to him on YouTube. And smash on every one of his videos. Smash likes on his videos. Oh no, actually, AA his videos. Make sure he had tons of views. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel too. Don't forget that. Right. So thank you, Chris Van Vliet, for doing this with me. Bye.